once on the solution side of the line, and I'm really happy to see that. And I would like this organization, this company, this initiative to become an inspiration for many. That companies should be solving problems and definitely not causing more problems than what we started with. That's what often happens. So I see this seed sprouting and would like to see it grow into a huge tree that gives goodness to nature, to human beings, and a hope for the future. Now, there are two levels at which the planet and more seriously the Himalayas are affected. We keep hearing about the emissions and the global climate change. That's definitely one that affects the Himalayas even more than the rest of the planet for less of their own contribution. They get punished a little more. And you hear of all the collapse of glaciers and valleys and so on in the news. That's the global part for which we cannot claim so much responsibility. So, therefore, often people in the Himalayas wash their hands of the global part. Okay, fair to an extent, to an extent. But the other part is the local pollution and some emissions, and that we must pay attention in the Himalayas.
Normally be resting and managing personal lives, making out for the last 6 days. Um, this is an inflection point for Himalayan rocket stove as a use case of climate change and the impacts that we are trying to contribute to mitigating, especially in the Himalayas, and I guess an extension of it is the Hindu Kush as well. With this, it's a conversation of a sort of tete-a-tete. We'll have a Q&A at the end of the session, and then look at ways forward, moving on. Himalayan rocket stuff has come a long way, and this is the critical part of the whole journey. With this, thank you, Tenzila and Chozangla. We were connected, as the moderator, the introduction mentioned, in 2017 as a team with Russell. We call Russell our Steve Jobs. He has put in a lot of time, resources, building the team, and I was pleasantly surprised yesterday when I met the whole team here to launch, to move to the next stage, launch new products, and also more than launching, it is to do with education, awareness, and advocacy on climate change impacts, sustainability initiatives that will help humanity at large. So with this, let's get to the ground. Let me invite Tenzila and Chozang, who wants to go first, to maybe share your experiences on the ground. You have come from the start, from conception of the whole startup business with Russell, and now at this stage you are moving forward and at a very critical juncture, and share us your feelings and perhaps and then from move on to Chosangla to hear. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. And so, so my experience about the Himalayas, I started in 1990 in trekking from my village to Setan coast to like over Hamta Pass to the Spiti. So when I saw that time, it was like since in October times there was glaciers there, and after so many things changing, which one I saw in my eyes in the ground. What this is, I'm sharing to all of you and about which one I saw. I told you that 1992 I was in Parala 5,700 meter. So that time and also 96 with Rasul Baji, we went together. That's 3.5 hours we take glaciers on the walk, and now it's only half hours. So it's very almost there you all understand how big changing is over there. Yeah. And even not even that glaciers. Even there's the last year I grew in 1988 in the walnut trees in my field. So last year they're confused. In first in full crops comes, and in July finished. I mean all drops, everything. So I have few videos and proof for the action for the generation to show how to changing this comes like. In July that drops, and after 20 days came again, and in September again like this size of that walnut scale. And this year again I saw so that dangling you the yellow ones flowers. I mean, people understand about that. Same dangling are actually first comes and harvesting time is like seeds comes already, and after one same time is again the flower. That's amazing. I mean, it's very big changing. I think it's climate change, of course, yeah. And even
three people from Himalayan region kind of eyewitness for the climate change. You might have seen more, but what I have noticed happening in past years, I used to work as a travel or mountaineering guide, climbing peaks in different places in Ladakh. And I used to lead groups over like high passes, which is like above 6,000 meters and peaks. And when I mean, we used to go with rope ups, like with ice sacks, crampons, all those ice equipments to the peaks. And now you can go in your flip flops. They can just walk up. So those are like big changes that we have noticed in this past years, and it's happening at a very large scale in all the places. And now we just came from Leh yesterday, and the heat wave over there is like really crazy. It's like super warm as compared to previous years. That's one thing. And then as a younger generation, I would say maybe because of that, or because we learned from our teachers that we have to be really careful about our environment and be responsible. So being a part of Himalayan Rockets became a part of Himalayan Rockets because of that, because we do try to protect and take care of environment as much as we could, and reducing let's say wood in Himalayan rocket stove is huge number. Like earlier in Laytown in winter, when you go up on a hill and you will see a smoke coming out of every single household, like especially in the winter. And now we have like around 4,000-5,000 users in Ladakh overall. So that means we are doing something in the region, to reduce the firewood or in terms of carbon. So those are like few things that we have noticed, and hope that we'll try to reduce more and more and become more ecological in coming years. Actually.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel and also press this bell icon.